Let's talk about that. Hello and welcome to Modern Broadcast. In today's episode, we are taking a look at GB Studio once again. However, things kind of changed. Happy holidays to you and yours. And this was going to start out as a Zelda-like clone, where we're fighting enemies, in an overworld type deal. And all of a sudden, I was playing with that idea, and next thing you know, I end up making a Kirby minigame from like the SNES. I don't know how many of you remember this, but on the Super Nintendo, there was a Kirby minigame where it was a showdown between you and other Kirby, enemies, and basically there was like a time limit, and you had to be the fastest one to push the button. So I was like, yeah, let's do that. Let's do a holiday that. What does that entail? So I already made my assets, I made my backgrounds and all that already, so I'm going to go ahead and just click this button here. There is our crypto arcade. We need to scroll down to Holiday Snowball. That looks interesting. I don't know why that looks like that. We'll color that. I did make some custom colors here, and this is how that needs to be, and we're just going to draw. Oops, you know what, we'll just do that, right? That's easier. That's a lot easier. Here we go. Make this one red again. Boom. All right, so we have our background here of a holiday showdown that's going to be taking place. Now I got these empty boxes here, so that way, basically, it's the first of 3 wins. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's get an actor together. Let's go ahead and put this here. And it wouldn't be a holiday special without good old Santa. There he is. That's Santa. Best I could do. There he is. Right there in the middle. He's observing this Mortal Kombat style. Just imagine. Oh!
Ho, ho, ho. Fight.
Anyways, okay. So let's go ahead and add an actor here. Let's go ahead. We want that to be centered. And let's make our player. Boom. Look how cute we are. We're a little bunny here. And our enemy that we're showdown with. Boom. Okay. And always name your scenes. This is going to be the holiday special. For $2.99, the holiday special at your local diner. Sorry. Anyways, so I went ahead and I put this right underneath the candy catch. And I moved the arcade down. And what we're going to do here is on interact, named it holiday special. So we have Halloween candy and holiday special here. So if it's 1, we go to candy catch and let's copy this event. And if it's 2, let's go ahead and change the scene to holiday special. Okay. Now, when we get to the holiday special here, we have our character, our player sprite sheet is still going to be just the boy. We don't want that. We want it to be empty because this is going to be our makeshift player that we have. Fantastic. Now, how can we get this showdown to happen? This is something that's kind of difficult to kind of figure out, at least in my opinion. I really struggled with this, and I actually had a dream about how to make it work. So we're going to go through this together, and you're probably going to see a lot of jump cuts here in a second. So let's see. When we initialize this screen here, what we want to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to have a variable. We're going to set it to false, right? And we're going to scroll down. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to scroll down to variable 24 because that's where we left off. We're going to rename this, and we're going to call this player action. And just so I keep this in line later on, I'm going to name it HS for holiday special. I think that's going to help me down the road. Just keep in line with where this is at. So we want the player action to be false because if the player doesn't actually push the button, or in our case for the Game Boy, the limitation of holding the button doesn't happen in a time frame, then the CPU is going to go ahead and just chuck that snowball right in the kisser, right? So what we're going to do here is have that uninitiate set to false. So that way we could choose any sprite here. I'm going to choose Santa. Santa's kind of our Mortal Kombat overlord here, overwatching the snowball fight take place. And basically here on update, what we want to do is we are going to then set a wait command, right? And we can specify this. So that's a half a second. It's going to wait half a second before the CPU is like, I'm going to get you. Now, what we could do to make this more challenging is we'll get it set up basically. Now, I have an idea for setting it up very basic right now. I don't know how that would work, right? I think we need another sprite. I think we do. Let's go to our little sprite world. And where is our sign? I think we called it like enemy turn, player turn. This one. Let's open that up, right? It looks so bad. Okay. Let's go ahead and test this out now and see where we're at. Okay. Our head got cut off. Let's go in the trees, huh? Let's try that. There we go. That looks a lot better. So, animation speed, we'll have that set to none. Santa here. Let's go ahead and wait for 1 second, right? So we'll wait for 1 second and let's type in held. If joypad input held, and let's say A. Let's say if A is held, change, not scene, animation state, right? Let's change the anime state to throw. Okay, there we go. So now we're throwing. We have the throw animation going on, but it's not going back and we're not actually throwing anything. And I don't know if we're going to be able to. We're getting pretty close to the limits on how many sprites here, because I used the bigger sprites. I used 32 by 32, where Santa's 16 by 16. Let's go ahead and do a wait command, right? We don't need to wait long. And then we need to change the state back, right? Animation state, turn the player back to default. So that way it just throws it once, right? Let's see. There we go. 1. That looks great. But I'm just holding down the A button. And so after it waits that 1 second that we have listed here, wait 1 second, it then is looping back up here. And if this is held, do this. And again, and again, and again. Now, so we have it where at least we're changing our animation state, but nothing is happening. Nothing's actually taking place here. So, well, that would be easy to cheese, wouldn't it? It would. I think we want to change this, and not if it's held. We want to attach a script. I think that's what we want to do, right? So let's delete that, and let's see if we can get this, right? True, right? Let's go player action. Oh, not if, I'm sorry. Set to, I'm sorry. Set true. Pull down. So set the player action to true. Change the animation, okay? So we do that. Then we wait for 1 second to see, and then we do an if statement. If true, scroll down and click on player action. So if this is true, we might have to then do the change state or we do the throw. I think that's probably what we're going to do here. Let's just make a dialogue, right? When, right? Else, let's go false. If variable is false, again, player action, just display dialogue. Well, you know, in this one we'll do it. We'll do state, set animation state, actor 3, and change it to hit, nope, not hit, throw, E for enemy. We'll wait, change state, and actor 3, you lose. Okay, let's see how this goes. I don't know if it's gonna work or not. And as soon as we hit play, push A, win. Now don't push anything. Okay, we still won. We're still winning. Did I not make it go back? Oh, turn it. We need to turn off. Set to false, set false, and scroll down to player action. That's player dialogue. Player action, set to false. So after that, win, and then it goes back to false, and then we have to do it again. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna push it once, pushed. Okay, we won. Oh, but we lost that one. Okay, and we lose again. That one we won. Okay. Okay, so that's pretty basic so far, where we're able to kind of get the buttons to go and make that happen. Now, what we want to do here, I'm gonna go ahead and minimize this. Just kidding. After waiting the 1 second, we're gonna insert an event before, and we're gonna type in state, set actor animations. I think we wanted frame actually. Delete. Insert event after and frame. Set animation frame. Let's go to that one, and then let's come back up here to the top. Insert event before frame and set that back to 0, right? Okay, so now instant. Okay, where am I at? Where's Santa? There he is. So I think on press, what we're going to do here is I think we're going to move this. So if it's true, copy these, copy this one. And I think that's just going to make it look nice where they're both going to attack at the same time. And you won't really know which one won, which one lost just yet. Okay. And then I think what we need here is we need to pause a script until an input is pushed, because what's happening is the clock is still running, even though we have already, you know, like it's still running. When that dialogue pops up of you win, you lose, when that's popping up, it's still ongoing. Like the clock is still ticking in the background. So I think what we need to do is we need to insert event before and input pause script until a button is pushed, right? It doesn't matter. They can push A, B, start, whatever. Most times it's going to be A, but who knows? They might push B. Then after that, it'll shut this off and it will restart our timeline. So I'm going to go ahead and copy event. I'm actually going to drag this down. I want this to be the last thing. Paste event after. There we go. Here we go. Let's try this now. So I won that one. Oh my God. It's actually wanting me to push all 3 of those. Okay, we're not doing that. Try that again. Pause script until A is pushed. Okay, we've done this. Why are we still paused? Okay, we won. Is it because I have that mapped override? Let's try that. When? Okay. Closer. We're getting closer. We're accidentally rigging it into our favor by having to push that A button. So what if we just do another wait? Let's go wait, add event, wait, copy, paste event before, and let's delete that one. Let's give that a shot. And so we won that one. What's interesting is that it's not setting the frame back to 0. Let's go ahead, let's paste event after. Let's see if that fixes it. Maybe a little bit more time in between. It's close. We're having, for some reason, some sort of disconnect. And it's something to do with the timing. What if, kind of like what it does in the Kirby game, is it changes scenes and it resets, right? And like you have a different enemy. Now I don't have a different enemy, but what if that's what we do, right? Like we change scene and we just go right back to here. It can even go up there, that doesn't matter. And that way it creates movement, you know, gives the impression that something's happening when really nothing's happening. We're just reloading the same screen again. Let's give that a shot. Because that would reset all of this. When? Okay. Now I'll lose this next one. Okay. All right. So we got something that's working now. Change this back to 0.5. Right before that, this is if it's false. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and insert event before. And we're just building slowly more and more the scene of winning and losing. And eventually we're going to have a point system, or we're going to have an actual like winning. And this is, we're getting there. This is actually happening. We're doing this. This is great. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to change state, right? So set actor animation state. And we're going to change that actor state of actor 2. We're going to change it to, I forget what I called it. I think I called it hit. So the actor is hit. And we're going to copy this event. And we're going to paste event after. And we're going to change it back to default. After that, 0.5. Okay. I think what we're going to do here up at the top is we're going to change this, right? And one thing that we're going to have is like when you first get in here, like there's no instructions, like you're not going to know what to do. So we'll have to build that in like a little tutorial thing, you know, so we're going to be using some variables and conditional branches to check if this has already been activated. Because each time we load into the scene, we don't want it to restart and replay. Now we've done this in the shop tutorial. We've done this in the turn-based tutorial. So it's just going to be the same thing. A lot of things that we learned earlier, we're just going to utilize and transfer over to our holiday special. But I think this is sitting pretty good. So now if we lose, our character is going to do a hurt animation. But what if we win? That's what's more important, right? They're both going to throw their snowballs. And let's change this to 0.5, right? And then what we're going to do is we're going to insert event. You know, we'll paste event before, right? And we'll just change this to actor 3, hit enemy, right? Wait half a second. Paste event before and change to default. So that way it shows this boom and then it transitions. Let's go ahead and hit run. Let's see how this looks. Let's lose first. Okay, we're gonna lose and here we go. You lose. Boom. Okay. Okay, he's like dead. Win. Boom. His looks better. Ours doesn't look so good. Okay, let's go ahead and then let's decrease his. It shows up a little bit faster. Definitely looks better. I mean, we just look like we absolutely got sniped. I'm gonna push the button. Win. Boom. Us. Boom. I don't know why ours is sticking. Okay, and push the button. We win. Boom. Done. Push the button. You lose. Boom. Okay, that looks a lot better, except for that popping up at the end. So, if false, let's go ahead and just decrease this a little bit. Actor 2, let's make it that. There we go. And try again. Much better. That looks way better. Okay, well now we have our states where, you know, it's showing the enemy getting hurt, it's showing us getting hurt, and all that's looking really good. And then we reset the scene So that way our sign is back to normal. Santa's still being jolly and very much sang soon. And yeah, this is going well. So now we're going to go ahead and do the point system here. So I went ahead, going to add a present. Right? Seems very festive. And on initiate, we're going to hide this, hide the actor. There is no animation. So let's go ahead. We're going to copy this now. And we're going to paste and paste and paste and paste and paste. Now, I don't think that this is actually going to load in. We're at the maximum actors that we could possibly have in a scene. I think one of these presents is going to be missing when we actually load up here. Oh, but I hid them all. So they're all hidden. Great. Okay, fantastic. All right, when our character died. Okay, so now on update for Santa. If it is true, before we change scenes, right? So we have the change scene here to go back to the one. We're going to go ahead. We're going to insert event after. We're going to increment. Variable increment by 1. Let's go ahead and scroll on down to our variable number 25. And we're going to go holiday special player score. All right, so it's going to increase the score by 1 if we win. So let's go ahead and go here to the present. And we're going to do a bunch of conditional branches. If and value. If variable compared with value. So if player score is equaled to 0, or no, because it's already equal to 0. So if it's equal to 1, we're going to show actor self. And actually, if we want greater than or equal to, if it's greater than or equal to 1, we're going to have it show itself. Let's copy this script. Go here, replace script greater than or equal to 2, and replace script greater than or equal to 3. If it's at 3, you win. And we're going to reset all variables back to false, and Santa's going to go ahead and change the scene for us. So let's go ahead. Let's test that out. We win. We win. We win. Oh, we still end up fighting, and it reset those to go away. Okay, so not quite what we need. So on update, blah blah blah. If the high score is compared to 3, you win. Let's go ahead and go to Santa here. Do the same thing. Copy event. Go to Santa. On update, set variable. High score. We'll set it to 0. Let's try that. Let's see how that goes. We might get the W win. Those close. Yeah, it's real close. Real close. Let's go ahead and wait. Can we insert event after and wait? And then let's change scene, right? We'll change it. My end button is not working. Change the scene. Okay. So then we'll just reset it all. Okay, here we go. And let's try that. Here we go. Yeah, I might have been late on that one. Okay. 1, 2, and disappears. I think it's because we're making this 0, but there's nothing really else that I can do. So I'm kind of stuck with that. And then they show up and then it changes scenes. So I wonder if we don't wait. Maybe let's get rid of that. And let's try again. No, we definitely want the wait in there. Let's try that. Okay. All right. We're getting there. We're building it. It's happening. So, kind of like what we did with all this, the higher player score and whatnot, we're going to go ahead and we're going to copy the script and we're going to come over here and we're going to replace the script. And this time, instead of the player score, we're going to go to variable 26. We're going to rename that. We're going to go HS for holiday special enemy score. If it's greater than or equals to 1, we're going to show itself. Let's go ahead and copy this now that we have the enemy score. Same deal here, replace script. Boom, 2, show self. And 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and copy this event, minimize it, and paste it right after. Delete. You lose. Okay, yes, we need to reset the player score, we need a copy event, and we need a paste. after and reset the enemy score. Go ahead and copy this event. Let's go up if the player wins and paste event after. Boom. So no matter what, they both get reset back to 0 and everything is hunky-dory. If false, we're going to come down here. We're going to insert event after, increment, and go down to enemy score. Increase that by 1. Let's take a look-see and hit the play button. Here we go. Let's go ahead and lose. We lost. Another loss. Oh no, you lose. And it waits and changes. That one we won. This one we lost. Oh, he actually beat me. I actually tried to win there and it actually beat me. Well, and there you have it. So we actually have the base for this now, for this little mini game here, and it works pretty good. You know, there now it's just basically adding the bells and whistles, making it a little bit cleaner, and we can really have fun with this and evolve it to what we need it to be. Let's add some bells and whistles. Let's make this a little bit more. All right, so just for a last few things, just a little bit of embellishment here. Under Santa here, I made HS tutorial. So I made a new variable and called it tutorial. Basically that if it's set to false, it's going to play this out. So Santa goes, ho, 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 happy holidays. I made this year's annual snowball fight commence. Be sure to press the A button once I yell fight. If done fast enough, surely you will be victorious. Let the game begin. And then it will do an holiday special timer variable set to random. And I currently have that set to random between 1 and 5. And then we're going to turn the tutorial true, so that way when we reload the scene, it will not keep playing this over and over and over. And it's going to wait for 1 second. And then from that point, if we go ahead and scroll down here to all of our timers. So we have HS timer equals 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And it just adds a little bit more flavor to our basic gameplay mechanic, where now, if it's 1, it's going to wait half a second, then it's going to set the sign to say fight, and we'll have half a second to push the A button. If we do it, we win. If we don't, we lose. If it is equal to 2, it's going to wait 3 seconds before it switches over and says fight. If it's 3, it's going to wait a second and 1.2 seconds before changing. If it's equal to 4, it's going to wait 5.4 seconds. So you'll be waiting a long time just waiting to hit that A button. And if it's 5, it's going to wait 0.1 seconds. So you're going to have to react really fast in order to get that one. And then again, I made them all just wait half a second. It is a little bit easy still. So we can even change this even further on certain ones. Like you only have 0.3 seconds to react. You only have 0.1 second, just make it really complicated. So as soon as it says fight, you have to quickly push the button. You want to make it feasible, but you want to make it challenging as well. I would say probably 0.2 is the lowest you want to go. Otherwise, it might seem a little rigged and anti-player too much. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and hit play here. I'm going to make this full screen. So ho, 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 happy holidays. May this year's annual snowball fight commence. Be sure to press the A button once I yell fight. If done fast enough, surely you will be victorious. Let the game begin. So we wait, fight, push the button, and we won. Fight. Oh, they got us that time. Fight. Okay. We got our 3 presents. And you win, change scenes, and we start over. This time there was no tutorial, so everything's working really smoothly. Like I said, that half a second makes it pretty easy. So especially if you get the same number over and over. And we can keep adding. We can keep doing different numbers. We can make this, every fraction of a second. We can add to where it sets a number between 1 and 10, and then we have 10 various options that could happen. This was just something to kind of add a little bit more spice to it, make it a little bit more difficult, and just change it up a little bit. So let's go ahead and I'm going to escape out of this. The last thing that I want to do for this tutorial is I'm going to go ahead and we attach script to the A button. I'm going to copy this, and up here at the top, I'm going to paste event before, and I'm actually going to make it start. That on press, if we push start, Delete that one. If we push start, do you want to leave? All right. And then multiple choice or menu. There we go. Yes. No. Okay. Because I'm pretty sure we have this set. We go here on interact. If that equals 2, which is holiday special, it'll take us there. So let's go ahead and we're going to start completely from scratch. Where to? We want to go to the arcade. I forgot that door's pink. Here we go. And back at the arcade. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribed. Stay tuned as we're going to be doing a Monmei/Dokimon bundle video here. This is an asset or a package actually, where it's an open source engine that allows you to make your very own Pokemon style games. And it comes with a ton of assets, building cities, sprites, characters and monsters that just really seems really cool. I got in touch with the developer and they've agreed to do an interview, and so just stay tuned. We got some exciting stuff coming up, and yeah, have a great week everyone. Happy holidays. Take care.